Welcome to the racetrack. As usual, we are right here in the thick of it when I bring you in. I've already been out for a practice session. A little bit of a good news, bad news situation. The new motor runs like a top. It sounds great. It makes good power. So that's good. The bad news is apparently I cannot align a car, and the handling is all jacked up. It kind of handles like crap. So I'm looking into that right now. It'll just crawl around. It's a good idea. Subframer's out of the car, all new suspension on the front end. I'm gonna do some nut and bolting. Let's talk in a second. I just came off track, and let me tell you, I wasn't sure if I was gonna go out in this session because it is 33 degrees. Is that right? 33 degrees?
32.
It is
Feels
30,
like 21.
32 degrees. There are 20 mile an hour plus sustained winds. It rained at about 4 o'clock this morning through about 8 or so, and it is snowing now. It's insanity. I wasn't sure if I was going to go out. I made the absolute last minute decision to swap tires and go make it happen. When it's cold like this, there's just not much to be learned, and there's a lot to be lost because the tires just don't work. It takes 2, 3, 4 laps to get the tires to do anything at all. Man, it was crazy. So we slept in our cube last night, and it was fine. We were warm. We were both happy. It was okay. But about 4 o'clock in the morning, it started raining like crazy, and the wind started blowing like crazy, and the fabric is slapping around, and it's literally, it moved. It blew so hard, it pulled the air mattress and the table together. So I woke up with the table right next to my face. Crazy. Pop some earplugs in, go back to sleep. It was really not too much of a problem. But now it's gonna blow like this all day long until like 6 o'clock today. So I wasn't sure if I was gonna go out. Made the decision to do it. So at least now I can say that I've been on the racetrack at Road Atlanta in the snow. But that's an experience. I have never been in a race car on the racetrack freezing cold. My toes are freezing cold. It's insane. I've never experienced anything like this. So it's going to be cold pretty much like this this afternoon for the race. So I wanted to go out and just kind of at least know what it was going to be like with winds this hard. It's going to be interesting. My race is at like 2 o'clock or something close to that. So I can't tell that the tires made any improvement in the handling issues. I didn't get that many laps. Somebody went into the wall hard at 12. I was dodging still moving body panels. When I came around the corner, he was hood and bumper and pieces of side skirt and mud and stuff just sliding everywhere across the track. It was a real brutal hit. He's all right. He was climbing out as we were coming in, so he's fine. But man, that's what happens in these kinds of conditions. It's so easy for that to happen. So we're gonna go out and for the race and hope for the best. The B-Spec cars get a split start. So we're going to be by ourselves, and it's going to be really exciting to see. I can't wait. There's like 15 cars, so I'm really excited. Let's just jump straight into some race video. Okay, so we're coming to race start number 1. I'm trying to catch up. You can't fall behind. I was able to get here, and here's the thing. These dudes checked up, and I thought, inside lane, baby, let's go. Right here, I thought to myself, holy shit, I'm going to the pole. But right here, aero advantage takes over. I'm a car stuck out by myself, and away everyone goes, and I proceed to lose almost every position. We're not done yet, because there's one more position, and no, we're not released yet, because there goes one more. And so I lost almost every position again. But it was a fun time. It was really exciting. I think I was able to keep maybe one position or so. And so one thing I find really interesting here is, as a group, we are basically full-on race pace right now. Keep in mind, it was like 32 degrees. Even right now, it looks warm. It's 32 degrees. I'm freezing my butt off inside. But we're going about as full bore as you can on these cold tires. And usually there's like, you're bunched up kind of, and there's like a bunch of stuff going on, but not here. We're racing now. It's time to roll out. So Joe and Stuart are going at it here, and this is a testament to how close the racing is. Is right there, they get into each other just a little bit, but we're racing clean and we're still going. And right here, you'll see the power of the draft. How I when I pull up to Joe, man, you hook up a couple of cars and you go down a straightaway, you're going to gain some speed in these cars. The draft is so powerful. So I pull out to stay behind Joe because that's my chosen lane. He paddocked near me. He's been giving me a lot of advice all weekend, so I chose Joe instead of Stuart and Stonic there. And you can see right there how quickly we drove past him. The draft is so powerful, so powerful. And so at this point, we're nearly back up to the lead group. And so I think to myself, if I can stay with Joe, maybe we can draft and get up to that lead group, but the car was just not there. It wouldn't go through a corner to save its life, so you'll see how there's some ebb and flow. Like I catch up to him here, but the car is just not under me, so I don't have anything for him. I can't really stick with him all that well. So we are going to watch the first couple of laps here, just because there's a lot that goes on. We're starting to spread out, as you can see, but just trust me, keep watching. There's some stuff that happens. So right there, that's the universal signal for hook up, let's go, draft, let's catch up the lead pack. And I'm giving a thumbs up going, yeah, great, let's do it. Again, you hook two cars together, we're gaining up to 5 to 7 miles per hour at times, depending on a couple of different things. But the two cars hooked up in the draft way faster than one, and so that's me kind of going, yo, hook up, let's roll out. Alright, so this is kind of the excitement and the unfortunate part that we've been kind of waiting for. Watch the top of the screen, right there. Watch the cars going to that corner. You see that guy spinning right there, and then that guy spinning right there. Well, some stuff is happening. So I knock some speed off, I get past him, I get back, and then I see that right there. It's real tough to see, but he rolled a couple of times against the wall. It was not great.
I should have put gas in it.
Yep, you should have. You didn't make it. Spoiler alert. But so they red flagged, then they followed with a black flag. We relayed the running order a little bit, and now we're back running. I've taken the green flag, and here we go. I had a terrible restart, but you can see how this group in front of me here is tangling with this slower car in a slower class. It's a bit of an issue. They all get through pretty cleanly, but I was just not willing to pass here. It's such a sketchy place. It's so sketchy, but I get stuck behind this dude, and you can see the gap they pulled on me already. And then here comes Stuart, right there. We were 4 wide at some point. I really didn't think he was going to go by me, so I wasn't really protecting all that much. But he slipped right on through that gap that I left him, and away he goes. The secret here is that car it's a 1.8 liter versus the next biggest motor is a 1.5 liter. So he's got tons of torque, tons of drive off the corner, and so he's able to get away. But here a couple laps later, here we are again. They're bunched up, they're racing each other, they're stuck behind this slower car that was a problem. See that yellow flag on the right over there? Yeah, me neither. Me neither. And so I have a lane choice, and again, I decide, you know what, that car's too slow. We're gonna hook up with Joe, and we're gonna get the heck out of here. And so you don't want to hit him too hard. You see the head of steam, I lift it, because if I hit him hard, it's gonna send him forward, and it's gonna drive me backwards, and it's just not gonna help anybody really. And so hook up smooth, and you can see us just freight training past these other cars. And this is where mixed class racing gets a little aggravating. Watch this mini on the right. Oh, it's so frustrating. Oh my gosh, it's so frustrating. Hate to see it. I've been there 1,000 times. Hate to see it. But that's just kind of life with mixed class racing. But you can see how big of a gap Joe has been able to pull on me just with that, just because I couldn't take the full track because that Civic was over there. These cars are not forgiving. These cars, you capitalize on your mistakes. They drag you in the mud for sure. So this is another spot that I was not prepared for Stewart to pass, but he just pulled me up that hill, and there's nothing I could do about it. I didn't even have time to protect the line because he was already there when we left the corner. It's crazy how much torque those cars make comparatively. So this is where we find out how bad the brakes are in my car. That's right, he outbrakes the crap out of me, but can't quite make the corner, and it gets real exciting. I had a lot of mud and a rock chip from this right here. But again, these cars do not allow you to make mistakes. He passed me, and I got straight back by him again. I mean, it was like, it wasn't even a thing. It wasn't even a thing. And that's me being real excited about it because it was really exciting. The camera does not show how close to me he was. I mean, when he skated off across my nose, he was maybe 3 feet in front of me. It was real exciting. It was a lot of fun. And so here we are with a further demonstration of just how powerful two cars hooked up can be. You can see the Mini corner, front fender on my right. I promise you he will be back. There he goes with a head of steam because he's got two cars hooked up. Only thing I can do is I move over and I squeeze him all the way against the right edge of the track just to see if I can spook him into lifting or something like that. It never works, but you know, you gotta try something. And so that's all there is to it. Just gotta let him go. There's nothing I can do about that. And going into that corner side by side wasn't gonna do anything but risk my paint and his. So let him go, live to fight another day. And right there you can see how badly my car is handling compared to them because they just drove the heck away from me in turn one there, and I'm like lifting because the car won't go through the corner. Especially right here, you can see them. They're just putting school buses on me, and there's nothing I can do about it. The car is just not with me. But I'm glad I was able to have the battles I was and kind of keep these guys behind me as long as I did. It was a great time. I learned a lot, and it was a great time. Great time. And here we are. Fuel delivery issues, they call it. I'm just trying to nurse the car to there's a paved spot here. You know, go around me. Please don't pile into the back of me. As the still running cars go, I pull off, and well, that's just all there is to it. They did not copy, but anywho, that's the end of my race. All right, so race one was insane. It was so much fun. I really thought I was going to do something on that start. I haven't seen the video yet, so I don't know exactly what it looks like. But I got my fingers crossed. It's gonna be really exciting because, man, when I took off up the inside, I really thought that I was gonna get somewhere. I thought I was driving straight to pole. By the time I got there, everyone else drafting each other had gained enough speed that they started to kind of pull back by me, and then nobody gave me any space, so, you know, so on and so forth. That's how racing goes. I was able to keep, I think, one position from that start. I passed probably maybe 6 cars, maybe 8 cars or so. It was a lot of fun. Great racing. I always have great racing. I've never been on track with a B-Spec car where I didn't get into an outstanding battle. And then I think I started 10th of 15, I think, something close to that. During that race, I flowed between 10th and 5th place. I was running 5th, and then I had, had a little bit of an issue that we're preventing now. That's okay. The car is still handling like garbage. The new tires didn't really help at all. I think I'm just gonna have to, I don't know, I gotta look at the suspension when I get it back. I just can't do it here. So I don't have my best foot forward this weekend anyway. It's mostly about surviving, get through it, get credit for it, and we'll move on to the next race and be stronger. I'm about ready to go out again. We're going to be going out about 2 o'clock. It's an hour or two from now. And we're going to see what we can get done. Hopefully, I won't run out of gas again, and we'll have some good races, and we'll see what we got for them today.